Buhari never directed petroleum subsidy removal, Senate President. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. President Muhammadu Buhari has not directed anyone in his administration to implement the removal of petroleum subsidy, Senate President jourdAMN1NG has said. So, who else said so? I don't get. Who said so? You see, people, it is possible that somebody might have suggested the idea to him. And because he is not that strong, there's a difference you're going to see if you bring somebody in his 30s or 40s and you bring them and you put them in a leadership post, and you bring somebody who is in his 80s, close to his 90s. You bring them and put them there. The one that is in his 80s or 90, because he's not going to be able to do that kind of argument. This is the policy we want to bring, sir. This policy will ensure that we generate more revenue for the country. And the one that is in his 80 or 90 might say, no, they'll start convincing, no, sir, this is going to work out, sir. The man will be like, you push, okay, just go. But the ones in his 40, will say, no, this is, you are extorting from the people. How are you going to balance it up? You are taking this from the people. Have you ensured that other areas that is supposed to affect the people's life positively? So that if they are complaining, they say, okay, they're removing subsidy from the petrol, or they are removing the subsidy on petrol, and they're actually gaining in this aspect. What policies have you put in place to ensure that these people don't feel extorted, as in they don't feel like they're being used? You see the person saying no. You see the person giving points. No. That is it. And I've said it before that it is very possible that most of the decisions that were made during this administration was not made by Mr. President himself. Check it out. Number one, he's not even always around. Things happen and some of them he misses them. Sometimes he comes back, they tell him things that have happened, not the way that it happened. They might come and tell him this is actually what happened, but in the way they might be giving him half-truth. So all these things involved. That is why I said, even if somebody is not around, he is the president of the country, believe you me, he will keep track of the things. He's not going to be able to keep full track, but he will be able to get information because he knows this thing is his work. It is very, very easy that you might have good plans for people, but because somebody wants them to see you in a very bad light, they will twist it for you when you're not around. Let's find out more about this, the news in detail. Please stay with us. He made the declaration after a meeting with the president at the presidential villa Abuja on Tuesday, saying that he had gone to convey the feelings of constituents to him on some content, including the proposed removal of subsidy. Recall that the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Ms. Zainab Ahmed, had announced last October that the federal government made provision for petrol subsidy only for the first 6 months of 2022 as the government looked towards complete deregulation of the sector. In our 2022 budget, we only factored in subsidy for the first half of the year. The second half of the year, we are looking at the complete deregulation of a sector, saving foreign exchange and potentially earning more from oil and gas industry, Ahmed had said. But speaking to correspondents after the meeting with the president, Lawan said the lawmakers are worried about the different agitation and protests around the country, necessitating the discussion with the president. The Senate president said he was glad to inform Nigerians that Buhari has not told anyone to remove petroleum subsidy. He said, well, it will be of interest to Nigerians to hear that I've come to discuss with Mr. President among several other things. Many of us are very concerned with the recent agitations, protests, and many citizens were so concerned. Our constituents across the country are very concerned that the federal government will remove the petroleum subsidy. And for us as parliamentarians, as legislators representing the people of Nigeria, this must be of interest to us. And we have finished our recess. We had gone home to our constituencies and senatorial district, and we feel the pulse of our people. I found it necessary to visit Mr. President as the leader of our government and our leader in the country to discuss this particular issue of concern to Nigerians. And I'm happy to inform Nigerians that Mr. President never told anyone that the petroleum subsidy should be removed. This is what I was talking about. So, who did Mrs. Zainab, the Minister of Finance, who did she get her information from? Or did will they come now and say somebody hacked into accounts? Because I don't get. Why are we having clashes of others? He said he did not say. She said she did not say. This is what I'm talking about. One good person will set the motion right, would do like 20%, 20 to 40%. That is somebody who is a builder, neutral on all grounds, has the interests of Nigerians and Nigeria at heart, wants everything good for the country. Then, him picking his ministers, advisors. If he does not pick people who have the same ambition as I tell you, he's going to be pulled down. He will dish out at others and nothing will be done. Nothing. I'm telling you. It's very possible. So that is why I'm even saying it now. We cannot, from this particular point we are in a tenure of someone who is actually very old and frail, and we'll bring in somebody else who is old and frail, who is not even looking, as in the more you look, the less you see. He's not looking very straightforward. Yes. And then you want to bring that person in. Somebody who is even saying, because it has been his lifelong ambition to be the president of a country. That is just what he said. He did not say this is he's not even going to win it like that. If you're coming to work with a particular company, I think, yes, it is actually going to be good if you tell them you really want to work. Why do you want to work with them? Why does he want to be the president? We have not heard it. Yes. What exactly does he want to do with that position? We're not even going to be talking about his age now. Let's look at, okay, you want to be the president. What are you going to be giving out? It's not for you to come out to say, oh, you want to work with this company. What value are you going to be dishing out? What purpose are you going to be fulfilling? So all these things put together should now be the criteria. I be Nigerians. Don't you people agree? What I'm trying to say is we should pick somebody who is number one, is transparent. Number two, has the best interest of Nigeria. Will come out and say, this is the reason why I want to join Nigeria, because I feel things are not done right. I know things are not done right. These are the things not done right. This and this are the solutions to those things. That is it. Give us a roadmap, not just coming out to say this will happen and that will happen, or I want to become the president. It has been my lifelong ambition. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.